Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This morning we are making a slow cooker pork loin Asian tacos. So these are the ingredients you're gonna need. You're gonna need some 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. You're gonna need some ground ginger. This is going to be hoisin sauce, and we have about a little bit over a cup of hoisin sauce. And then we're gonna make the dressing. So for the dressing, you're gonna need, this is for the dressing, you're gonna need soy sauce, olive oil, rice vinegar. You're gonna need nuts, cilantro, your slaw mix, and your honey. Okay, so this is the magic ingredient. This is honey with rice wine vinegar. Okay, so we're not gonna do the slaw yet. We're gonna do that in a moment. We're gonna do the Crock-Pot meal first. So what you're gonna do, I want you to take a pork loin and you just throw it in your slow cooker, and we're gonna put in some garlic. And what I want you to do is I want you to rub it into the meat, so that way it gets nice and tender. We're gonna throw in our seasoning. Now, we are gonna have to make sure it gets all over, okay? And I have my Crock-Pot on low and it's heating up. Now, we're just gonna rub it into the meat really, really good. And it's totally fine if it's on both sides, because I'm gonna flip it and we're gonna get it to be on both sides. That way it'll cook evenly and it'll get right into the meat, okay? So that's what you kind of want. So you're gonna rub it into your pork on both sides. Now, this big layer of fat, we're not gonna really worry about, okay? This is gonna cook on low all day long, and it's gonna be so good. Okay, that's our pork, and the pork's nice and rubbed and seasoned. Okay, so now we're gonna do our sauce. Now, you're gonna take a spoon and your sauce, and you're gonna put it over the slow cooker. Now, what I want you to do with this is I want you to kind of get it into the meat really, really good. It's basically your sauce that you have to cover. So you're gonna cover it in with that sauce, and you're gonna try to get it all over, all out. That's the goal. And you're gonna let this cook. I'll explain the cooking time in a moment. Once we get the sauce in there, I'm gonna have to get in there and kind of get it into the meat really good. Okay, so that is perfect. All right. So that is our sauce. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get in with my hands again, and I'm going to kind of coat the beef or the meat in with that sauce. You want to kind of get up in there, kind of mix it around as best as you can, so that way it'll coat the beef on all sides. It'll get into with the meat. That's your goal, okay? You want it to be nice and coated. Okay, you want to coat it all over. You just want to coat it really, really good. Okay? Okay, that is our Asian pork tacos. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to cover this up. I'm going to cook it on low, and I'm going to cook it for about 8 hours until the pork is tender. Okay, alright, so that's done. The pork's nicely coated. I'm going to take these gloves off, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so I'm going to throw these gloves away, because I used these for when I was touching that pork. It's just an easier way, so now we don't have to worry about getting your hands dirty. I'm going to wash my hands though, because I was touching that pork. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what the Crock-Pot looks like. Now it's going to be very hot. I'm going to show you what our Crock-Pot kind of looks like. So, we're going to let this cook on low. Now, Nikki and Seamus requested that I make this video, so Seamus and Nikki, I'm making it for you guys. Okay, this is what your pork loin should look like. As you can see, it's nice and coated, it's nicely seasoned, it's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to put it back into the thing of the slow cooker. I'm going to cover it up. We're gonna cook this on low for 8 hours. We'll come back, we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so that's one recipe done. Now, I'm gonna move my stuff. We're gonna go over here now. So what I'm gonna do to the camera, I'm gonna move the camera to over here now. Because now we're gonna make our slaw. Okay, so I already explained what the ingredients were for the slaw. We're just gonna put it into the bowl. So, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put all the ingredients into like a medium mixing bowl. Okay, we're gonna make the slaw now, so that way it can sit in the fridge. And because the longer you let this sit, the more flavorful it's gonna become, right? Okay, so I'm gonna whisk it together. This is remember how I told you, this is this is your dressing. So what you wanna do now, you wanna pour it all over. And now, we're gonna go to work. So what you wanna do now is you wanna kinda get it mixed up. That way the honey and the rice wine vinegar is coating everything. And it's gonna be so good. Okay, alright. So if I show you what this looks like, you could see that the the slaw is looking great. You see that? It's all mixed up. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is we're gonna put it, now, really important, you have to stick this in the fridge to let it get nice and flavorful. Okay. Let's see if we can find space over here. Okay, so you wanna put it in the fridge and you wanna let it get nice and cold. Alright, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this recipe. I'll be back and I'll show you what the crock-pot pork looks like. I'll show you what our coleslaw looks like a little bit later. Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Bye. Log on. Peace out. Boom. Okay, bye guys.